Hi everyone, this is Payal Kanchandani. I am a health and a wellness coach, and today we're going to talk about PCOD. As promised in the Insta live that I did just few days ago, I'm going to cover what all things that you can do for you to reverse your PCOD to the max possible. Okay, it may not be fully reversible, but you can definitely keep it under control. By control, I mean that in such a way that it does not affect your menses too much, it does not hamper with your health and your physical levels, it does not hamper with your weight loss. So you need to try and make sure that you take charge of your life, and get your hormonal imbalance in control. There are two ways to do that. You could obviously go in for medication. Now, I personally am not in favor of medication, which is why even if when my clients come to me at the studio, and they want to reverse this or they need help in managing their lifestyle better, I tell them, give me 2 to 3 months and I will ensure that you see a difference. And that has happened. I have had clients who have come in. I recently had one client who had, who was again, it's all because of COVID and, being at home. So her lifestyle obviously has changed and everything. And, internally, we have also seen a lot of people get stressed out with work from home because there's so much work. There's no timetable, there's no schedule. It's not like you're going to office at a particular time and coming back, it's just work from home. Still have double responsibilities. So, and then somewhere internally there is a lot of let's not put it depression, but let's put it as there is some sort of a sadness or a stress that's there within. Okay, all of these coupled with not so great eating habits can trigger something like this off. It can create an imbalance in the body, between your estrogen, progesterone, androgen increases. So that is one reason why, and this is like really become common now. I have a lot of women who come in and tell me about this. But yes, I have managed to, reverse it and make life easier for them. But they have been the ones who have been doing the work. I can guide, but it's up to you all for actually to put it into practice. And only if you want to see that change in yourself, if you are dedicated, motivated, consistent and committed, then you will be able to see that change. But if you're going to listen to the video as, okay, let's just hear what she has to say and then go back to your same old thing, nothing's going to happen. It's not going to work, nothing's going to change. For something to change, you need to get out of your comfort zone and change it. And change may not be very comfortable, but it is beneficial for you and it will help you in the long run. Okay, so when it comes to nutrition and when it comes to PCOD, please remember one thing. You need to omit all the foods that are going to put you in an unhealthy lifestyle format. The easiest way to do that is dump everything out, because that is the most easiest way and it's the most practical way. If it's not around you, the food, then you're not going to eat it. Okay, so get all the refined foods out, get all the packaged foods out. See, this is all basic stuff. So even if you would have Googled it on YouTube, you would have got the same thing, right? That you need to get rid of all refined processed foods, sugars, etc., everything. Once they're out of your house, out of your life, you need to start thinking in that what is it that you can have that is going to replace that not in terms of nutrition, obviously, because whatever you replace is going to be way above, but in such a way that you don't feel deprived. Okay, you shouldn't feel deprived if you are quitting junk. As my mentor Thaddeus says, there is food and there is junk. There is no such thing as junk food. Would you give your loved ones junk? No. Then why are you giving yourself that? So you need to first keep your value or your self-worth up here. Because if you do that, automatically all of these things aren't going to matter. You wouldn't want to eat it. Because you realize that you're worth way more than all the crap that you're having in. Okay, and no, it is not easier said than done. You can do it. It is extremely practical. If you start to love yourself, if you respect yourself, you will do this for yourself. It's as simple as that. There is no compromise when it comes to that, right? And when you need to, obviously now, if you're used to say chocolates and chips and stuff, the first thing you would feel would be you wanted to eat something sweet. You want to have something spicy. I would always ensure that what you can do is always have small cubes of gur around you, dates around you, have papayas at home. These three can really help to control your cravings. I use black raisins too. Okay, so that's another, maybe these four things, and they work. Why? Because of the way you look at it. See, you look at chocolates as a treat. Is it a treat? And if it's a treat, then for who? Right? So is it a treat? But gur, yes, it's loaded with iron, it has calories. You need to obviously give it a limit, like one piece if it's, if you're really craving. Can't overdo with the gur either. Can't overdo with anything, right? You can't overdo with anything. But stuff like this, which has little vitamin, nutrients, minerals, something or the other, that's going good in your body, and it's going to help you control your cravings, unless you don't overdo them. Okay, so that's for sweetness. Keep these options around. So I do a lot of frozen bananas as well. So I freeze the bananas, and then if I feel like having something sweet, I just ice blend them. I add a little bit of organic cacao powder. Okay, so it's a bit of so banana's got natural sweetness, and once it's overripe and then you freeze it, you don't need anything additional. And like I add a pinch of raw cacao powder, organic ones, and I just blend them, and it is amazing. You guys should try that. Okay, so there are a lot of things that you can do. Try not to add too much of good fat as well. So if you want to mix like a tablespoon of coconut milk or 2 tablespoons, that makes sense, but just don't overdo with your peanut butters and coconut milk and everything. It should all be had in limits, right? So your first lifestyle change would be to get rid of the junk. If it's not around, you're not going to have it. It's as simple. Okay, and then you are going to replace all of these, what I mentioned: dates, gur, black raisins, papayas, berries. They all work well. Okay, next thing would be to eliminate you need to remove all processed foods. Okay, what I would suggest is you invest in a good air fryer. Now, who doesn't love French fries? Everyone does. I know my kids do. So I mean, I know even once in a while, maybe like once or twice a year, I don't mind having them. But I have this amazing air fryer at home, and I will chop it long, put like a teaspoon of olive oil, put a little bit of peri peri, and I will air fry it, and it tastes amazing. So even if you do that for yourself, again, portion control. So you'll be looking at like, say 1.5 potato types. That is fine, or maybe like 1 big potato. Yeah, so if you're going to do that, your cravings are still going to be in control, because hey, you're eating fries, but just a healthier version of it. There is like barely any oil. Air fry tastes just as good. I use my air fryer for my makhanas, for my cookies, for my my cutlets. I use them for pretty much everything. Yeah, I use whatever. I use it for my cakes also, like my healthy cakes. I use it for that also. So I use the air fryer a lot, and that is one thing that you should, because then you'll get a chance to experiment as well. It'll be something new. It'll be good fun, So definitely do that, because see, if these two things are taken care of, then it's easier to it's easier to take charge of your life in terms of your food, in terms of your habits. Change your habits. Which habit am I talking about? I'm talking about the sleep cycle or the sleep pattern. You need to be in bed at a particular time, and you need to wake up at a particular time, because God has made it that way, because life or universe is that way. You cannot be sleeping in at 3 and 4 a.m. and waking up at 11 or 12 a.m. It's going against your body's natural circadian rhythm. Simple. So sleep on time, wake up on time, and that itself is going to help you change. That's one. De-stress. If work from home, see, if you notice, PCOD happens most when, I mean, from my experience here, it's the past decade. One, when girls are going through their board exams, 10th or 12th, lot of cases. Two, recently it's been work from home for everyone, for a lot of women, work from home. Three, when you're getting married, post that. So these are like, you know, the three top time when you can actually end up with PCOD. How do you reverse it? How do you reverse it? How do you reverse it? Okay, so what you're going to do is, apart from all these factors, you are going to find a way where you can de-stress yourself. Get a coach, talk to him or her, go for walks, be with nature, enjoy any activity that you do, a physical one. Can be, again, you know, it just can be jogging, can be workouts, can be dance. You can just put on some music, because this dance can be anything. But you need to get into an activity. It's very important for the body to move. You know, I mean, that is like, I feel that's up there, because movement is medicine for the body. Okay, so that you need to do for sure. So that is one way. Don't see, it's easy to give an excuse. I don't have time, or I'm working from home for 12 hours, you know. So if you're working from home for 12 hours, then all the more reason why you should do this. You should do this for yourself, to keep sane, you know, because it's not only that, it's like additional responsibilities and stuff at home as well. So do that. Bring about these small changes. Okay, yes, let me just recap. Yes, the stress factor for sure, your eating habits, your movement, that is very important. Okay, so you need to work out. If you club all of this together with a good nutrition plan, it really helps. So this is what I've been doing with the women here, basically with my members. That's how I've been working with them. So I try and, you know, coach them first to make them understand, because you can't just say, hey, you know, stop this, stop eating that, stop doing this. You need to coach them, and like how I'm coaching you guys, you need to understand that this is how it goes. Okay, and more than that, more than all of these, practice some small, even if it's like for 3-4 minutes, meditate. It can be traditional meditation, it can be connecting with yourself, it can be probably, say for example, if you like to listen to something spiritual, or if it could be anything to do with something that will help you, give you your inner connection, for you to connect with yourself better. Okay, so PCOD reversal, or reversing it to the max possible, is not about only your physical change or your, you know, your emotional change. It is also to do with your spiritual change. It is also to do with your better wellness, right? Your mental energy. I mean, the brains get fried if you're going to sit and work for 12 hours. On top of that, you have enough stuff to do as it is. You need to improve those energy levels. All of these small things comes into the picture. Give yourself priority, because you are working your dash off. Okay, so give yourself priority, do this for yourself, change your lifestyle. You will see a change in yourself, in your hormones, and internally as well. Okay, so these are the things. I mean, I really want you guys to actually comment and promise me that you guys are going to do this, so I can help you in reverse to whatever extent is possible before you all resort to medications. Okay, the idea is for your periods to get regular. The idea is for the excess weight to go. The idea is for you to feel better about yourself. The idea is for you to have a happy, healthy life. It's in your hands. It's in your hands completely. So try it, okay, and follow this. This is important. Do this for yourself, and I will put up a couple of exercises in the next next YouTube video. These are asanas that really help in even regulating periods. It's very good asanas that you should be doing it technically, like at least 3 to 4 times a week. I'll put that up. You guys can follow that. In the meantime, please share, like, comment, subscribe. Okay, and good luck with this. You can do it. Thank you for watching.